Hello and welcome to a new working week. I trust that the weekend was not too stressful or playful for you and you're ready to hit your week running. I pray that you would hit all your goals and get your desires this week. This month, we have been talking about customer obsession and removing the barriers to doing business with you. I do hope that you've been able to pick one or two things. But one thing that has been extremely obvious with everything I've said is that customer obsession is a way of thinking. It's a way of doing business. It cannot be restricted to one thing you do. And that is where we're starting off today. Qualities, the things you need to be doing to qualify as a customer obsessed business. The very first thing is that you need to change your pattern of thinking. You need to consistently think not what you will get from that transaction, but how easy it is to solve your customer's problem for them. How easy it is for your customer to get the solution that you promise. Now, continuing along those lines, I hope you know, since it's very obvious, that the very first thing that has to be the hallmark of a customer-obsessed business is open communication. Open communication from the head of the business to the employees in the business and from the customer to the business. You cannot possibly be customer obsessed without getting feedback. And please note that getting feedback is extremely useless, is entirely pointless if you are not using the feedback. So, customer obsession is about keeping open communication lines between the customer, the staff, and the business itself, the management. Now, when you open the lines of communication, it means you're gathering information, you're retaining data. This information you're gathering, the data you're retaining, the data has to be processed and must be used to refine the process and refine the product and refine the service. It's extremely important. Without this, there is actually never ever going to be customer obsession. Of course, we have consistently hammered on the need to be customer focused. Everything you do, even aside from the creation of the product or service, we're going to have marketing. We're going to have other things, packaging, things that might not be related to the core, but every single element that goes into the end product has to be customer centric, has to be thought through from the perspective of the customer. This also lets you know that you are not going anywhere in your business with customer obsession unless you have engaged employees. What are engaged employees? These are the employees that are not coming to earn an income and go away. These are employees that are not coming to kill time till it's time to get their pay. These are employees that understand the value of the customer to the business and that maintain it. Maintain communication lines, maintain the promise to solve the customer's problem. And there are people that naturally have the tendency to go out of the way to make sure that that solution is delivered. Engaged employees are not trying to sell a product. Engaged employees are not trying to provide a service. Engaged employees have at the back of their mind that what they are trying to do is solve a problem. And when other problems come up, including the satisfaction of the end user with the manner in which the problem is being solved, they are not policy driven, they are customer driven. And so the first response to the customer is empathy. They are empathetic employees. They are not machines that have speeches they dole out. They are tuned to understanding the needs of the customer, feeling the customer, responding to those needs. And what this means is that the owner, the head, the management of the business has to give them sufficient leeway to respond to these needs that they observe. You might not give them absolute authority or absolute discretion, but it is important for staff to be empowered to solve problems along the lines of their business, along the lines of the solution they provide, along the lines of the needs of the customers they serve. So, how do you have an engaged employee? How do you maintain engaged employees? You do this by ensuring that they understand the core values and the vision of the business. More than that, You take your time to train them on what it would take for them to deliver on the promise. You also must consistently train them on how to be customer obsessed, how to master customers' experience, and how to deliver excellent customer service. There is no shortcut to this. Unless you are training the people you are handing the mandate over to, you will fail in executing that mandate. It would remain nothing more than a dream. So, we'll continue from here tomorrow. I'll teach you more elements of how to make sure that your business is customer obsessed. See you tomorrow. Bye.